Hello, everyone. I'm going to unmute our guests here in a moment. Hope everyone's doing good. I'm gonna switch our screen over here and see if it's all working. But I see them. Let me unmute you.
Okay.
Okay. Frenemy and the Sandboxel, say hello. Perfect.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. We had a little drop at the very beginning, but we are here. We are here, switching up stream time. We want to be accommodating for everyone all over the world, so we're doing 12 hours earlier this week. Um, how is everyone doing? Let's take a quick moment to say hello to who we have in chat here. We've got Wicked is here, Elena's here, Julie Sancho is here. Hello. Nick Skull, what's up? Stan Cat. Anna Maria is here. Frenemy's here, of course. Laser Merle, hey, good morning. And Blue Tulip's here. Or at least that's who said hello. I know there's a lot more of you here, but it's good to have you. I am Cody Zine from Tempest Studios. Escape Room's here. Hello, neighbor. And Hoddle Hill. This is week two, or stream two, of our Imaginarium series with Frenemy, or over here. Wait, over. Oh crap. Right here. Say hello, Frenemy.
Hey, good morning.
Wearing a Reese's Puffs shirt. I love that shirt. Reese's, if you're listening, we will take sponsorship. Just throwing that out there. All day, every day. And then below me is the Big Kabisa, the Sand Voxel. Also on the Tempest Studios team, an amazing voxel artist. You guys have all seen things that he has done. So thank you for being here. And Frenemy, what are we doing today? Do you want to tell everyone what we're doing?
Today, well, last stream, I drew this magic forest monster. That's like a kind of a staple of a lot of my paintings and work and stuff, and that's going to be in the game. And today, it'll be being built in the game maker.
Or Vox Edit and Vox Edit. Yeah.
Fox edit, I meant Fox
Yeah,
edit.
yeah, that
You
thing.
know, I'm new to all of this, so to the
Yeah,
Vox
yeah.
edit.
We're
Yeah,
learning. We're learning.
yeah.
Um, so here, I've got to switch the scene here. You can see the Sandvoxel screen, and we have Mochi, who everyone has seen Mochi before. But the Sandbox actually made Mochi and a lot of the Imaginarium characters. So
He's killing it. He's really
killing
knocking
it.
it out of the park. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So yeah, Ibisa, if you want to take it and just start going, we'll chit chat, talk, answer questions.
Oh,
We
okay.
do
Yes.
have some announcements to talk about, but um this is an hour long stream, so we won't probably finish the the character in an hour, just because if you guys remember from last week, it's very detailed. Very detailed. So, like anything we do, we want to be detailed and careful and do it justice. So, we're gonna do as much as we can in the hour, and then probably do some finishing in behind the scenes. But yeah, I'm excited. I love this character so much. I want to just squeeze them. They're like super fluffy, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the process too of how you guys are making all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And, you being an artist, seeing. I know you've started to dabble in Vox Edit a bit, or you opened it and we're checking it out a little bit. So this is probably really educational too.
Yeah,
So for those of you who don't know, we'll do a recap of the story and whatnot for anybody new watching. But the program that you see open here for the screen share is called Vox Edit. I'm actually gonna move it up just a tad. This is one of two programs that the Sandbox has developed. The Sandbox is a decentralized metaverse where anybody, artists, creators, storytellers, can use this tool and the Game Maker tool to create whatever they want, right? Make the characters, make effects, and then build games and experiences in the metaverse. So we're using Vox Edit right now to build the character that we'll have inside of Imaginarium, which is the brainchild, wonderful idea from Frenemy here that we're helping produce for him from Tempest Studios. So yeah, super exciting. Hey Boopful, how's it going? Thanks for being here. I am gonna just drop the stream link in the chat here. If you guys don't mind helping just retweet that, let's get some more friends in here. Um, we will be doing some giveaway or a giveaway. There's the link, and everybody that's in attendance in these streams gets attendance points, right? And at the end of our stream series, we'll add up all your points, and if you've got at least 8 of those, you will be eligible for a badass sword. Do I have it on here? Let me switch over. For this thing, which you should be able to see on screen now,
The
the
scribble sword.
Ribble sword. Yeah, so it's a main hand sandbox equipable, super badass with the animation. But yeah, if you have attended at least 8 of these streams, you will be sent one of these. So stay for the stream. At the end, I'll send a link you fill out to get um, you counted for being here today. We're gonna take roll, you know. And then
Sword.
additionally, we have this asset, which Frenemy, do you want to make the official announcement on this? I know you did on Twitter yesterday, but
Yeah,
we got a name for this, don't we?
yeah, the Imaginora, which I believe Hoddle Hill was the winner of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Hoddle Hill, we had to watch the replay because I think Mr. Furious X said something similar. The spelling was different, but it was like 3 or 4 messages below when you said it. So it was a close call. But so Hoddle, thank you for the badass name. I think everybody was it like almost unanimous on Twitter, the
yeah,
Twitter?
it was like pretty much everyone, almost everybody voted for
Yeah.
the name that Hoddle Hill had chosen. So, and as the winner of the name choice, they'll also be receiving the when we mint, be receiving one of these. So,
Yep, yep, yep. So Hill, I have your wallet, obviously. So we'll get that over to you when we mint. But today on stream, we will be giving out another one of these. So stay for the stream. We'll be doing that at some point. To add you to the list to also receive one. Cool. So super exciting. Let me switch back to our screen here, see how we're doing. So this is the what is this part of the arm called? The bicep. I'm not
yeah.
good with anatomy. Yeah, the bicep kind of. Well, they're like a 3 segmented arm, so you know, fun creatures. Um, love this. So, Frenemy, do you want to kind of give a an overview of just quickly like your background again, for those that might be new for this stream?
Yeah, so I'm a graffiti artist, street artist, mural artist, whatever. Oh, I mean, I do a lot of art other than that too, but basically, world builder. I've been working on this universe of mine for like 2 decades almost, and yeah, Tempest Studios approached me before the new year. I guess that Seb had told them from the Sandbox that uh, he was looking for artists, specifically street artists and people who already had kind of universes and worlds to build games with or assets or whatever. And so they approached me about the possibility of working with them to maybe make like avatars or armor sets or whatever, or a game if I had an idea for a game. And I had this script already written for a cartoon and had all the concept art and everything already ready to go. And I was just like, oh, I could just turn this into a game. So I did a little bit of rewriting and was like, here, I have this. And then now here we are working on the Imaginarium.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Imaginarium is part of the Sandbox Game Maker Fund. So we worked with Frenemy to develop kind of a proposal pitch that we submit to the Sandbox and they review and like, yeah, let's do it. And they help fund the game, make it a reality, provide support for technical issues, marketing, that sort of thing. So super, super proud and happy to have this there. If you guys have been following our Twitters and we're sharing the assets and some of the world, it's such it's so visually amazing, like with Frenemy's brain and your art style, like translating that into voxels as you see here. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait for you guys to play this. But yeah, that's why I want to do these stream series, right? So last week, Frenemy was drawing one of these Forest Guardian, and this week, Big Kabisa here is making it obviously on screen as a 3D voxel NPC. And then next week, we will be inside the other tool from the Sandbox called the Game Maker, and we will take the finished NPC and place them in their forests and maybe put some logic. Just kind of had fun with it next week. So you get to see the full process of. It's not the full process, obviously, because there's. For me, how long have you been working on these characters and story?
Like, I mean, I've been building these characters for like 20 years,
Yeah,
and over the years, it's kind of like, I mean, I started off with just kind of painting and drawing characters for fun, and then I eventually started to give them backstories and write stories about where they're from and what the whole thing is about. And yeah, and over the years, it's evolved into much more than just images or whatever. And yeah, and I have this story, Imaginarium, and then I have another one called Cosmic Safari, which is a graphic novel that I'm working on as well. I really love storytelling and world building, and you know, being influenced from like Dr. Seuss or Where the Wild Things Are when I was a little kid. Like I've always loved the idea of like creating your own universe. So with my murals and my illustrations and painting and everything, it's all kind of that whole concept of building my own world.
for sure.
Yeah.
So we won't show you the whole process because that's like 20 years of his life, and that it's already happened. But we get to condense it for you in 3 steps, more or less, and you get to kind of come along for the ride. And we have more plans. So once this character's done, the next little set we'll do in this stream series. Can we talk about that? What are we? We're doing an armor set, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do an armor set.
Yep.
So we'll do this series now, where you'll see this character being drawn and then being built here and then put into the world. And then the next after this, we'll do a armor set where I like the idea of like while I'm drawing it, like getting feedback from you guys. Like, well, that would be cool. Like, the community is like has input, and yeah, it'll be really fun. We can make a fun armor set together.
Yeah, that's something really exciting with getting feedback and what color should this be or what should we put on top of it. That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I guess for people who weren't here last time or whatever, if you like the Imaginarium concept is like it's a whole like you're escaping into this world of imagination, and Mochi and this other character, the Doodle Dog, which is a staple in a lot of my work, my murals and my paintings and stuff. Mochi is this kind of like adventurer character who has a best friend, this little pencil dog, and in their world, the doodle dog can create scribbles from its nose, these like scribble balls, but they can't turn them into anything. But with Mochi, can take those scribbles and turn them into things with his imagination. So I just took that concept, which in the cartoon they live in this world called the Imaginarium, and it's under attack. And then they work together using the scribble balls and his imagination to turn them into things like weapons or ways to get across things or whatever. But I just transferred that to the game instead, where you get to pick a doodle dog. You'll arrive in the world, and there'll be this field of doodle dogs, and you pick a doodle dog, and then the doodle dog is your companion in the game. And then you work with the doodle dog, and as you power up and strengthen your imagination, it will spit out doodles, and then those will turn into things using your imagination or whatever. So you'll get different weapons and armors and stuff like that as the game plays out.
Definitely. And I
Yeah.
just, while you were talking, I put the trailer on from the 2D to the 3D to kind of go with what you were saying. So you guys got to see all the different kinds of doodles there at the end. Um, and kind of the transformation going
Yeah,
through that portal.
and the world will be filled with like imaginary characters and all kinds of there'll be bad guys and stuff. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to like give away all the story. I want people
Yeah.
like to experience it as you play or whatever. But uh, there's a whole storyline to it, and with the doodle dog, so which I'm not going to say too much, but depending on the doodle dog you pick, the game will play a little bit different, and you'll get different things and different story elements and stuff. And they each have their own personalities and stuff, and yeah,
Yep. You never know what you're gonna get.
yeah. And the
But
world will be filled with a lot of different areas so that you visit with completely different environments and stuff, which will be really fun. And
yep.
it's a fun thing about building in the sandbox is you can, we can constantly change things and have updates and have new areas you visit and new characters you encounter. And
Absolutely. That's super exciting. And we're moving and grooving here. If you guys are watching, we've got the arms coming along and the chest piece. So if you guys can see, so we're working with voxels, right? So they're small cubes, right? It's like a 3D version of pixel art. And to do round shapes, that's one thing that's really funny, right, Frenemy? Because a lot of your characters are like round or
oh,
rounder.
you got muted.
Am I?
Or, oh, no, you're not. Okay. I
Oh,
can
okay.
Okay.
Um, did you? So I was saying, like, it's funny because a lot of your characters are round or rounder characters, but we're working with cubes, right? So having to transform those into actual round things with square things has been quite the entertaining task. Hey, Carney Phil's here. Welcome. Frenemy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay, just making sure. Um, Super fun. So, if anybody has questions about what you see on the screen, anything about Imaginarium within reason that we could maybe share without spilling too many beans, feel free to ask. Anything about the sandbox, anything about the weather, whatever you want. Let's make it a community affair here. But we appreciate everybody being here and hanging out with us.
I think
What's that?
I'm going to send you something in Slack.
Okay.
I think maybe we could show this character he's building.
Oh
People haven't.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
send
send
it.
you an image of it. This painting.
Yep, send it over and I'll load it up here.
Where is it? Too much stuff on my phone.
Yeah. Anna has a question for you while you're searching. Um,
Here
Anna
it is.
says, "I'm your new big fan.
Oh,
I have
thank
a
you.
question. Where do you get your inspiration from?"
So I'm super influenced, as I said earlier, and like by the children's books and cartoons and stuff I loved as a kid. I started drawing like as a kindergartner or whatever by checking out like where the wild things are and Dr. Seuss was a huge influence and then comic books and stuff as well like the Max and I always liked the really weird comics and Bone and if you're familiar with any of that kind of stuff but all those are huge influences and I loved like world building and creating like kind of the idea of creating my own universe and then also graffiti so my background in art is graffiti I was painting like graffiti lettering it's kind of like how I learned how do you like I mean I learned how to draw as a kid but I didn't really understand how to use color or anything like that until I started painting graffiti and I painted a lot of really bad graffiti and then I like kind of clicked one day like how to use color by emulating like graffiti that I liked and then I just took that and came back to like painting characters and stuff. And I started painting my characters instead of just doing graffiti lettering. And I just took everything I learned from graffiti and put it into my art. I have no formal training. I don't have any college degree. I don't have any education other than being a little hood rat graffiti writer. And that was what I learned, everything I know about art. And then luckily that kind of turned into more. So over the years.
There you go. What's funny? I don't. We were talking about it at one point, and you said somebody you were talking to somebody, and they said that it was funny because you also used to lead a band, right? You were frontman for a band.
Yeah, I used to sing in hardcore bands for a very almost all of my 20s. I sang in like hardcore punk bands, and
Yeah,
that was a big part of my life for a long time. That's actually also how I got into graffiti. I met a friend at a hardcore show who I had just moved to Austin, Texas, like right after high school. I moved there with a hardcore band that I was singing in, and I met this guy at a show. We became friends, and he painted graffiti. He's like, "Do you happen to paint graffiti?" And I was like, "No." But I see it around. He's like, "You should come with me." And I went with him and started painting graffiti, and I really had it was a lot of fun. And I almost like the act of doing it was more important than the outcome of what I was painting. I just like the adventure of
right,
like climbing around on buildings at night and stuff. And then, but then ended up getting good at it, and yeah, and it weirdly turned into now I've like painted murals all over the world and done all this crazy stuff just through like some kid at a hardcore show inviting
yeah.
me to go paint graffiti. So
That's amazing. But
yeah.
the funny thing about that is that you know, like hardcore music and graffiti. You were saying somebody was saying like this about you, but then when they went to see your art for the first time, they expected it to be like not what it is, right?
Oh
But it's
yeah.
all like
So
cute and colorful and
yeah.
uh yeah,
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I told you this story before. So I was painting with this guy in Tel Aviv actually, and I met with him and some graffiti writers to paint, and they said that their first impression of me was seeing me with all these like kind of like punk tattoos, like heavy like skulls and stuff. And he's
yeah,
like expecting me to paint some like evil looking stuff, and then I was like, "Happy cheeseburger,
right.
noodle dog pencil," and they're like, "You don't make any sense at all."
Yeah,
It
I
was
love
pretty
that.
funny. Yeah.
Andy Ritchie, thank you for the raid, sir. It's good to see you. Hello, Raiders. Thanks for
Yeah.
being
Hello.
here.
Thanks for
How
coming through.
how's it going? We are in box edits, obviously. Making this character. So Frenemy sent over this drawing. So these very colorful creatures are the Forest Guardians, and last week he was drawing one, and this week we're doing it in box edit. So I'll leave
Oh.
this up on the screen
So yeah,
down
this is
here.
a painting I did a few years ago for an exhibition in Hong Kong, and it's these four. The first time I ever made these forest monsters. Actually, it wasn't a painting. I made a fiber sculpture out of like felt and like fabric, and I had like actual antlers that I found, uh, and I made these like kind of like mounted heads for a show. And then I decided after making the sculpture, I decided to paint them, and then now I've painted them in a bunch of paintings and stuff. But this is watercolor and gouache on paper,
Love
and
that.
yeah, it's Mochi and Doodle Dog and these forest magic forest monsters.
I love the little mushroom he's holding. It's got like big eyes. Like it doesn't know if it's gonna eat them or squeeze them or make a soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to the imagination.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll leave that down on the screen so we can watch kind of the what I don't know which photo you're using, Ibiza, but
Yeah, the one from the flow. This one that comes with
oh
Mochi and
yeah,
the other two guardians.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah,
So
cool.
amazing. Mr. Furious says Doodle Dog for the win. That's right. Hey, Dankoi's here. Hello, Dankoi. Good to see you. I'm a fan of Doodle Dogs. I'm excited about everything that is going to go on with them.
Yeah, the doodle dogs, they've been a staple of my work for a really long time. I used to draw Mochi. That character Mochi is like, oh, I've been drawing him for a long time, but he used to just carry around a giant pencil. And then one day, I used to do these. I still do it. If I'm feeling uninspired, I'll just draw like a sheet full of characters or whatever. I'll draw like all kinds of stuff, whatever's around. And one day I was doing these doodle sheets, and I drew this like pencil dog. I was like, oh, I kind of like this. And then I changed the the pencil he carried around to a pencil dog and made them best friends. And then it's
Amazing.
evolved into much more. And I usually do them in all my murals and stuff like that. And I like, because Mochi, the character Mochi, is kind of a representation of me in my world. He's this like traveler character. I've lived in 5 different countries over the last 12 years now, and I like to travel and experience the world, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to do that. And so Mochi is this kind of explorer character, and everywhere I go, I take my art with me, and it's my best friend. So the Doodle Dog is Mochi's best friend, his little pencil dog that and they create together. So the Doodle Dog can make scribbles, as I said earlier, and then Mochi can take those scribble balls and turn them into things with his imagination. And then they live in the Imaginarium, and then they fight against these evil beings that want to destroy everything imaginary. So in the game, you'll get your own Doodle Dog. You pick from these different Doodle Dogs, and then you use your imagination to turn the doodles into things to fight against the bad guys.
Love it. Carney Phil says, excited to see the baddies, but no, we're going to have to wait.
Yeah, there will be a lot of different kinds of bad guys
Oh,
in the
yes.
game, which is fun. And the whole story will play out as you enter the game. And but yeah, I want to leave a lot of that up to I think today you'll get to see one later, maybe, but for the most part, we're gonna keep it kind of secret, and you get to see.
Yeah, I'm excited. The baddies are so much fun. Mr. Furious, yes. Harold and the Purple Crayon is an amazing book. Um, I love that.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one? Oh,
No.
you would love it. Um,
Is it a new? How is it a newer book?
oh no, it was out when I was younger, so
Oh,
that kind
okay.
of dates myself. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'll check it out.
You should. Um, give us what's up. You can press tab a new box set to use color selector. I don't know what version Kabisa you're using, but give us a saying you can press tab, like tab to eyedrop color.
Uh-huh.
Will there be an end of level baddies if in fact there are levels?
Okay.
So-
You can press tab or just with the O.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, or oh yeah, oh. Nice. Thank you, Gibbous. Um, I don't know. Will there be end of level baddies, Frenemy?
So it's, I mean, I don't know if you call it level. I guess the game, I mean, the game has like a storyline. Is it really level? Would you consider it levels?
I mean, they're different areas. Yeah.
Yeah, different areas, and then yeah, there will be different bad guys in each area and different bosses that you have to fight. That's kind of boss. I grew up playing like I don't play games as much as I used to because I just don't have time. I have to decide. I'm the kind of person that becomes really obsessed with things.
Yeah.
So, so if I start playing video games, I start to neglect the other things that I should be doing. So I have to decide if I'm going to be obsessed with my art or if I'm going to be obsessed with playing video games. But I grew up loving all the classic video games. So with this kind of thing, I kind of kept to that similar kind of uh, formula where the game has the kind of classic aspects to it where you're fighting bad guys and have different bosses and all that kind of thing.
Definitely. So we did a second question on that form last week. Are we gonna do a Twitter poll for that question too? We were going to name
Oh
this
yeah.
one.
So we were gonna name this one last week. We did that, but then I didn't. I felt like it would be too confusing to put out both of those polls where we did the aura and this one. So I put out the aura one. And then since we're building this one again this week in the Vox edit, maybe we can do another poll this week
Yeah.
where people who have attended can also submit names for this character. I mean, this character obviously you can see in the painting. There's many different versions of the character, so it's not just one. There's like a whole bunch of these magic forest monsters, but each one of them would have their own individual name. So then today, maybe we could do a poll and you guys can name the one being built today. And then whoever wins you'll have named the character in the game.
And we'll combine, if you gave an answer last week, we'll combine those answers and these answers from this week. Frenemy will choose the 4 and then we'll post it on Twitter. and then the
Yeah.
winning one, same deal.
Twitter. I found out I'd never done a Twitter poll before. They only allow you to do
Oh, it's only 4. Okay,
four options. So that's
good to know.
yeah. So we'll
Good
have
to
to pick
know.
the best four, and then the winner will be announced. We'll do a poll on Twitter. You guys can pick
Perfect.
what name you like the best.
Perfect. And then just to do a reminder, if we have, I think we've got more people in here, new people in here. We'll be doing two kind of types of giveaways today. One of them will be a random giveaway for those in the stream when we do it for the Imaginora, right? Which is this on
Yeah.
screen. So it's an equipable, I think it's a chest slot equipable aura with some emissive voxels there. But so that's super cool. We'll be giving away one of those today, and then you'll get it once it's minted. We'll have you on our list to send that to you. And then also by being in attendance today, when you fill out the form to get credit for being on the stream that we'll send later, if you attend at least 8 of our stream series, this is our second one. We did one last week. If you attend at least 8, you will be eligible to get one of these, which is the Scribble Sword, which is super epic, sandbox equipable.
Yeah. So come hang out and win a scribble sword.
Yeah, Demon Drawn.
What's up, Demon Drawn from
More
the Ghost
Ghost
Club?
Club jumping in here.
Ghost Club gang.
So we didn't get into the Ghost Club last week, Frenemy, but do you wanna just you were just doing traditional art, right? But hadn't really dabbled in like NFTs and crypto Web3 stuff at all
No.
till then, right?
Yeah. So the Ghost Club is like an international art collective, art community started by my friend Mumbot and run by her and her husband Defiant, who are both amazing people,
They are.
really good friends of mine. And so they used to live in Thailand. I've been living in by some of my backstory. I've been living in Asia for 12 years now. I live in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, but I'm back in the U.S. right now visiting. I'm actually doing an art project here in Connecticut right now. But I live in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I've been there for 6 years, and they used to live in Thailand in Bangkok, and they're good friends with one of my friends, this guy Chip Seven, out there. And I was out there during his birthday, and I met Defiant, who Mumbot's husband, at the party there or whatever, and then we kind of became friends. And then uh, I guess during the pandemic, they had started or like maybe we were before it or whatever, they started the Ghost Club, and we're really into hardcore into Web3. And they Defiant messaged me and asked me if I was doing anything in Web3 or whatever, and I was like, I don't know anything about any of that. And they kind of pulled me in and gave me the rundown. And now, yeah, I've been doing a lot of cool art projects with them and stuff through Web3, and I think it's been pretty awesome. Actually, I was very skeptical of the whole Web3 thing at first. Actually, my art gallery that represents me here in Asia told me that I should get into it
Yeah.
when it was really popping off. And I was like, I did some Googling and I was like, this is just people hiring people on Fiverr to sell JPEGs to people and calling themselves. I was like really against it. I was like, I don't understand. But then when they pulled me in, Mumbot, and I saw like, oh, there's all these like legit artists doing cool stuff in the space or whatever. And they kind of brought me around to it. And yeah, and then now here I am working with you guys on a video
Amazing.
game, which is Web3 is pretty insane actually, that you could have like an independent artist like myself to be able to like build a video game is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one cool thing about the sandbox, is that honestly, if you were not to say the word NFT, right? And I mean the sandbox in its core is still just a game, right? It just so happens that the characters, everything you see is an NFT. It will be on the blockchain. Your equipment you own and you can resell if you want. Um, but yeah, it's the power of that for the creators such as yourself to be able to monetize and maybe make a living and being able to do what you love. That's what got us into the sandbox, right? It's finding another outlet to be creative and being able to express yourself for free in voxels like this, make a game, immersive experiences for people, it's just an incredible, incredible thing. So thank
Yeah,
you, Sandbox, for that.
it's been super awesome to work on this with you guys, and it's super fun. And like, to anybody who is like independent artists here or listening or whatever, like, I think it helped. Like, you guys came to me, and I mean, obviously, I've been building this world for a long time, but I had everything ready to go. Like, I've been writing these stories down. I've been naming these characters. I've been building this world, and like the fact that I like had that stuff ready, you guys, like, it made it this process easier. If you came to me and I was like, all I had was characters or whatever, it would be a little bit harder. So if you are independent art, you should start writing this stuff down. Start, if you have ideas, do do the legwork now, and then if some opportunity comes, you're already prepared. I think,
That's great advice.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I love backstory. And even if you never know, even if the audience will never know why the character looks that way or is in that mood, like it's cool to know as the artist side. And then you never know. Eventually, maybe it will need to reveal itself in some kind of experience or format, such as a game or something like that. Escape Room says my running club originated in Kuala Lumpur.
that's crazy. That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Kuala Lumpur is a super cool city. It's I've really enjoyed living there. It's been good to me. I work at a tattoo shop there. I also tattoo. I do a lot of art stuff. Tattoo, paint murals, do paintings, do sculptures, do all kinds of stuff. Comics, children. I have a children's book called Kim Bop Was Born to Explore that I've
That's a good
done.
one.
Yeah, actually, Kim Bop was going to cameo in the game as well. A little
Yep.
Easter egg
Yep.
character.
Back
And
in
actually, a lot of the Ghost Club, I put a lot of my friends in the game as NPCs. So
yeah,
if anybody in here is familiar with Ghost Club, you'll if you play the game, you'll come across some of our friends in there, which is fun.
totally. I love Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Back in
And there's a secret.
1938.
There will be a secret Ghost Club specific, very specific Ghost Club Easter egg in the game, like a hidden little kind of hidden thing that
Yep.
you can find.
Yep. We love
Which,
Ghost Club. So, yeah. Hello to all the Ghost Club members in here. Thanks for the support of Frenemy and the stream today. Super exciting. And love what you guys are doing. Ghost Club's doing some awesome stuff to support their artists.
It's definitely the strongest. That's my favorite thing about, actually, one of my favorite things. Like, actually, this game's been super awesome, of course, but the friendships and like community that I've gotten from Web3 has been probably the coolest thing about Web3, I think. And then also like your connection with people who do collect from you and stuff. Like, you actually, like, coming from a background where I've done a lot of gallery stuff, people buy your work and then you never talk to them again, or you
Right.
never see them again. Where in Web3, people buy your work and then you still communicate with them and you have like friendships and stuff, which is pretty cool. And like, there's a lot of people in here now, like, who've supported me in the past that are in here now supporting as well, which is super awesome, and I appreciate it a ton. So
Yeah, that's definitely the the people right in the community is one of the greatest things I think about the space, especially like Sandbox too. Like a lot of the people in the chat that are on the Sandbox side here are close community, big supporters of like you saw Andy rated us. I think Hill rated us last week. Like it was just we
yeah,
rate
it's
each
awesome.
other, we support each other, and it's the way it should be in
Yeah,
the real world too.
cool.
Which
Yeah.
yeah, good luck to
And I love,
everybody.
yeah, I love the whole, yeah, the community aspect is super cool. And even with this game, I hope to build like a lot of fun community around it. And we've talked about building a social hub after the game's finished, and where we can host fun events and stuff and have extra games and building a community around it. It's super, super cool. So,
Definitely.
and
Dankoi has a question. Can I pin this here? What will that do? Oh, I don't want to do that. Go back. Unpin. Dankoi, which is funny that Dankoi is asking, but thank you, Dankoi, for asking because it's a great question. Will the RPG game be more casual, moderate, or will it be more difficult and challenging? The reason why that's funny, just so everybody knows, is that Dankoi is the one that's kind of in control of that, like from a logical standpoint inside the game maker. Um, But the question to you, Frenemy, yeah, Denkoi would like to know.
So, what do you? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I guess it's well, yeah. We'll have like they get progressively harder as the gameplay goes through, like a classic video. Like I really love the classic video game kind of thing where you have different bosses and then it gets harder and harder and harder as you go. So for sure, it will have that to it.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
also, it's gonna with the whole doodle dog aspect, which I'm not going to give away too much, but you can play the game. You'll be able to play the game more than one time through and have it be different and each time like a little bit different
Yep.
depending on the doodle dog you pick as your companion in the game. So we'll have different secret things and different aspects that will pop up.
Yep.
So,
So definitely fun, probably casual to moderate, nothing too crazy where you want to like face roll the keyboard in frustration. Keep it fun. Um, Carney Phil has a great comment. Back to our community conversation, right? Favorite thing about Web3, ongoing engagement with artists and learning the backstories, but also the much wider exposure to artists worldwide that you'd never normally be able to find. Absolutely. Um, that is amazing. We have there's 50, well, 18 of us on the Tempest team, and we are in 9 countries all over the world.
yeah,
And yeah, we would never have met these people if it wasn't for the Sandbox Web3. So, yeah,
that's so
what's
cool.
cool is when it goes full circle and you know them for so long, but then you get to actually meet them in person, then it's like crazy, crazy fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. Web3 is pretty insane. And as I said, mentioned earlier, like I have no degree. Like I mean, I've been building my art career for a while now. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of opportunities and stuff, but I don't have a college degree. I don't have any training in art whatsoever. I was just some like graffiti hood rat kid, graffiti punk kid who managed to develop it up into much more or whatever. But and then with Web3, it's like insane. Like I'm building a video game with you guys. Like that's something that would be out of reach of most people and artists before Web3. Now we
Yep,
can opens a lot of doors, which is pretty awesome.
it is. Carnifel wants to know if there's an expected release date. That's an interesting question. We don't have an actual date yet. Um, it's going to depend on a few variables with the sandbox. So very soon, um, self-publishing is going to go live, where as before, the sandbox could and would determine what was published in seasonal events. But very soon, anybody that's creating that has land can self-publish onto their land. So that's something really exciting that's coming that we can take advantage of. Additionally, um, we'll be working with the sandbox, being that this is again a Game Makers Fund project. We'll be seeing about getting this into upcoming seasons and that sort of thing as well. So make sure you're following the Twitter. So Twitter Play Imaginarium is the handle. Um,
And we
Frenemy
have
does.
Discord as well.
Yep, and there's a
I
Discord.
can drop the Discord
Oh
link.
yeah, please.
Hold on. Um, but yeah, let me see. But I guess we're planning for maybe Q4 sometime. Is
Yep,
that it?
that sounds about
We still
right.
have a lot more to build, so we still have several areas to build out for the game. So
Yep. There's been, I think most people, a lot of people in here, the sandbox and the tools, but there's always updates, and then there's always fixes, and then fixes to the updates, and so on and so on. So we kind of got to be fluid and flexible, but we definitely don't want to rush, and do anything half-assed. So we'll do what we need to do, but it's coming along really, really nice. There's the Discord link. Make sure you guys join the Imaginarium Discord. There will be a lot of fun stuff going on in there as the game gets ready to launch with more giveaways. We'll have some actual drops, NFT drops for sandbox stuff, a whole bunch of fun things going on. But yeah, you'll find out all the news there as well and sneak peeks of things. So if
man,
you want to see baddies, maybe that's where you start. Escape room, those are, yeah, amazing thoughts. Creativity is self-taught and not learned with degrees. Structured techniques can be learned in a classroom, but not true creativity. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think like a lot of time, like I have some friends, a lot of friends who like went to art school and stuff, and like a lot of time they kind of kill they, you know, they when you have somebody else trying to shape who you are as an artist, I think that's not always the best. But I mean, you can learn techniques and stuff. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah, there's, time and a place, for
Yeah,
connections and for, like you said, the structure and the business side of it. That's the big thing for artists, right? And creators is you can be very creative, but if you can't represent yourself as a brand, as an artist, because you really have to, right? That's important. And so there is important stuff for school, but it just depends.
yeah,
And then there's alternatives that aren't super expensive, like a 4-year college degree, right?
yeah.
Um,
Everybody has their own path. It just depends,
yeah,
Like I have a lot of friends who, I mean, I have some friends who went to art school and and it helped them a lot. Like they had, made connections into things. Then I have other friends who spent a lot of money on art school and then they don't even make art anymore.
right,
So it's like,
right.
yeah, I think a lot of your success in art is your passion for it. And if you're willing to like, you have to like really live it and breathe it if you want to get anywhere with art. It's competitive and hard, and
Yeah,
you have to be truly passionate about it. And yeah, if you want to like make it anywhere with it. But
absolutely.
also like I've always tried to keep like coming from a like DIY punk rock background and like graffiti and like when I started painting graffiti, I didn't this is like early like this is like 2001. Like you told people you paint graffiti, they'd be like, "What do you do? Like you're a you're you're a scumbag." It's like now it's like so accepted or whatever, and it's like cool to be a street artist or whatever. But like when I started off, it definitely wasn't something you did. Like I didn't do it thinking it was gonna make me money, or I just did it because it was fun. It was like something fun to do with my friends, and the like you just did it because you loved making stuff or whatever. And that's kind of the attitude that I try to keep. Like if
Yeah,
tomorrow the internet disappears and I'm not making money from my art, I'm still gonna make art every day because it's
right.
like what I have to
What you
do
love to
in order
do. Yeah,
to feel okay. But I think that when people become too obsessed with like you're making it for you know money is the focus and not the art, then you kind of missing the point, I guess.
yep. Wicked
Yeah.
should be good now. I toggled that on like right after I had sent it. But hey, Vox Machina, good to see you. So I just dropped the form link in the chat. Someone give it a go. It says it's accepting now, but we'll see when someone pops up here. But yeah, fill out this form to get credit for being on the stream today. This will get you another attendance point for the stream series, which again means that if you can get to 8 of those, you will be able to get one of these scribble swords from Imaginarium sent to your wallet. So make sure to stay tuned for the other streams. We'll have another one next week. We'll announce that time potentially today, tomorrow, or early next week, but probably going to also be on Thursday as well. So you can count on that.
Yeah. Cool.
So, okay, I see a response come through. So the form is working. Um, Also, there's one question on there about the Forest Guardian that Frenemy said, like, what do you want to name this guy? He, they are a Forest Guardian, but what is their name, right?
Yeah.
What do you call them
Get as
uniquely?
ridiculous as you want with it.
Yeah,
Let's get silly.
get silly.
Yeah.
So fill that out for credits, and then a chance to name one of these guys here. And then in just a minute, we'll do a giveaway on stream for an Imaginora, which is
Is it made of jellies?
this.
I like to think of them as being kind of. I mean, I guess it could be like a soft jelly,
It is
but
kind of like
I
jelly.
think, yeah, they do look kind of. I think as the way I paint things kind of makes it look that way. But I think they're kind of furry, like they look shiny and gelatin like though in the
Yeah.
painting.
I always thought they were like feathers when I first
Yeah,
saw it. I took it as like really fluffy feathers.
Yeah, basically, it's more like that kind of thing, for sure.
But I love the jelly ideas. But now I'm hungry again. Someone
Yeah,
always brings up food on our streams, and now I'm really hungry.
they could be
Maybe
made
not
of
for jellies.
gelatin. Maybe they're candy. Yeah, maybe they're made of candy. You can
Candy
eat.
monsters.
You can bite out of their head.
Yeah, great, great question, Andrea. Um, yeah, so coming along really nice. We've got, I think, about 10 minutes remaining. Um, not to pressure you, Big Visa. I already told them we wouldn't get done, so no stress. Just do what you need to do. But it's looking so good. So good.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
All right, I
I get to see
see.
these guys walking around in the giant forest they live in, magic forest.
Yeah. Um, Go West, you were taking time to come up with your name. Let me see how I can tell which one's yours. I see some funny names here. Oh my God. There's some funny names here. Um, yeah, I can export and look at it. You guys are funny. That's good. That's what we want. We want funny out there names, so super fun. And then yeah, so next week when we stream, we will be in Game Maker with the completed asset or the completed character, putting them in the game, probably decorating with some of the forest fauna or flora rather. Yeah, having some fun in Game Maker. All right, I see responses still coming in. That's good. Make sure you get credit for being here. Since I can't see, I see how many there are. I can't see who is here unless you've specifically said something, but make sure you get credit because once I close this form, that will be that, and we won't be able to give out this attendance point. So you want to at least get 8. It'd be fantastic if you got all 10, but as we're changing stream times on Thursdays, you know, some people are sleeping depending on where you're at in the world or working. So just get 8 at least. Barney Phil says, fascinating watching. Thank you, thank you. It is. It's really cool, isn't it?
It's cool to see the process. Yeah, I opened up Vox Edit once and messed around with it some, but I haven't had time to like really get in there. But it's something I'd actually be interested to like learn how to do. It'd be cool to be able to build stuff in here.
For sure. Yeah, I think you definitely should. Time can't be any worse than last week's 2 a.m. It was 2 a.m. for you. Yeah, it was. It
Well,
was
thanks
bad.
for tuning in so late.
Yeah, you got that hard to earn point there then. Very nice. All right. I'm gonna post this form again just to make sure everyone, if people are lurking and working, which we know we always do, um, that you've got it. So there it is again. Just fill out those 4 questions to get credit. We'll combine all these forms in the end and total it up to get the grand total there. Oh, it's looking so good. I love the faces. And then, thank you, escape room. Um, Frenemy, what should be the giveaway word today?
Hmm. Forest monster.
Forest monster. All right, let me get that set up, and we'll do a giveaway.
Yeah, and then so next week we're gonna put in this guy in the environment, right? Is that the
Yep.
deal?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
you guys will get to kind of see some of the environment of the game. And I mean, I guess we've posted some. If you look on the Twitter, the pinned tweet, you can see a little bit of like what we have so far. It shows a lot of the world and some of the NPCs and stuff. A little trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Mumbot? We were
Hey,
just talking
Mamba.
about you earlier.
Where?
We were shouting out you and the Ghost Club.
Your ears were itching talking about the mumbots and
But yeah, if you guys
Cosmo.
want to check out the pin tweet on the Imaginarium, Play Imaginarium Twitter, you can see uh, a little trailer for like what we have so far for the game, and if you want to share that out, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, please. And I'll play it again here on stream so everybody can see this. Escape room, submit on this form to yeah. Um or for the attendance point of being here, yeah, submit the form. But we're about to do a MooBot giveaway here in the channel. Which
Oh, the one on the pin tweet actually shows more of the.
oh right, it's your
the it shows the edit, yeah, so some of the edit of the environment and
that's
stuff.
right, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll get that one loaded for next week
Oh,
so
cool.
we can play that.
Sweet.
All right, let's do a giveaway. So this is a giveaway oh, for this, the Imaginara. So all you have to do to enter to win is to type Forest Monster in the chat. No space, just Forest Monster, all lowercase.
You got to
In
make sure to do all lowercase because I remember last time some people didn't do lowercase. It doesn't catch it if you don't do all
okay,
lowercase.
so all lowercase, one word, Forest Monster, compound word, whatever. There we go. All right, I see them coming in. Everyone do that. That is when we're done here in a minute. I will click these buttons and it will announce here in the chat randomly which one of you has won this Imaginora, which again is a Sandbox wearable asset that you can run around with your avatar. Love it. All right, we'll let that go for a couple minutes. How's the form doing? 25. Okay, good, good, good. That is a good chunk of everyone. We're at 18 on the giveaway. Cool. Otto Hill says, good luck. Hill, do you have, well, wait, do you have both already? Right?
Hmm?
Well, I was asking Hill if, Hill, yeah, I think Hill has both things already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't remember how you got the sword, Hill. Was it the first giveaway thing? I can't remember. I know it's on the forum probably.
Oh, yeah, from the when we did the Twitter Spaces or something.
Yeah. Yep, I think that was it.
That's awesome. Very, very lucky.
Yeah, Hill is very lucky. And go west. Or they're very they're all over it. They've got it down. I don't know how many channel points you guys have if you want to post. But S 1307N, nice try, but that is not gonna work because you just typed that. Um but A for efforts, 51,000, almost 52,000 currently. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, so funny. Okay, 19. Remember, type forest monster, all lowercase, one word to enter to win. We'll do it here in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. How many how many faces are we at, Visa? 1660?
1600.
Nice. And then what is that? How many notes? 180 or 160?
The
I can't
notes?
tell. Yeah,
100, exactly
nice,
100.
nice.
And we have to add the horns,
Yep,
3 notes more for the mouth, and a few then for the mushroom.
nice. That's another thing with working in box set and sandbox is the stuff has to be optimized, right? You can do super crazy elaborate stuff, but the more you do that, the slower the game will perform. So
You have to be aware of.
Yes, very, very good. I try to share my good luck too when I can. Oh, I know you do. I know you do. And we appreciate you for that. Okay, let's do the giveaway. So on my other computer screen or other computer and the other screen over here, I'm gonna click draw entrant and then click one more button. It's gonna announce it in here. So good luck, everybody. Let's see who will win and announce. And it's just Gibbous. Congratulations.
All right.
Congrats. If you would, let me see if you filled out the form. Hello. Did you? You did. So I should have your wallet address. Uh, Let me make sure. Yep. Okay. I have your wallet address from the form, so you're good to go. So whenever we mint the Imaginora, you will be sent one of those. So congratulations. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. We're at 27 responses on the form. I'm gonna post it one more time to get you guys to fill it out if you haven't yet, because you need credit to get the sword. There you go. So we've got about 3 more minutes, and then we'll close the forum and close down the stream, and everybody can be on with their day.
Were you going to show that? Did you still want to drop it in that thing you were talking about earlier? The environment?
Oh yeah. Can we drop it in not complete, or do you want to wait till it's done? What do you think, Frenemy?
Up to you. I mean, yeah, if up to you guys. If you want to.
Um, Big Visa, are you able to just import it as is
Yeah, sure.
easily? Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll do, this is a fun thing that Big Visa has put together that has some not seen things and some seen things, and it's just a whole bunch of awesomeness going on in this kind of diorama scene. But yeah, we'll import our character still being worked on, as you know, but just for some fun, let me take this down here.
They made this little diorama with a bunch of made this with a bunch of the characters and stuff.
Yeah. So this gives you a good taste of the characters you can expect to come across. Some of the baddies, actually, Carney Phil, if you're still here, some of the world. Maybe I can go, maybe I can go bigger with this. Oh, I'm still visible, but yeah,
Bunch of the NPCs.
some signs, some other creatures we won't call out really, but love it.
Neil the Freak.
Neil the
Yeah.
Freak. Yep. So many cool characters, signs, and yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to play this. There's a lot of different stuff going into this story and to the gameplay. Um, Amazing. Well, that's about it for us. Frenemy, if you want to drop one more time the Imaginarium Twitter and the Discord links,
Yes.
um, make sure and follow both of these to get the latest updates on the game and the NFT drops coming up and the other streams. Yeah, that'll be
I'm
good.
gonna share. So I'm gonna drop the pin tweet from Imaginarium. You should follow Imaginarium, but check out the pin tweet. It has a lot of the environment, I think some of the environments of the game and stuff in it. You can check out, and if you could share that, that'd be awesome. And then I'll also share the Discord.
Perfect. Yeah, so while y'all do that, we'll be back next week, next Thursday. We'll work out the time and we will post another update about that. But make sure and come for your third attendance points. We'll be in Game Maker. Big Kavisa, thank you so much for your artistry, your talent, and sharing that with us today. It looks amazing. Hopefully everybody had enjoyment watching the process. It's always a pleasure. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, dude.
And
Looks awesome. Your work's killer.
for sure. Um, Rukian, hey, thanks for being here. Hello. We're just wrapping up. No problem, Wicked. Um, Frenemy, anything you want to say? Closing thoughts before we get out of here? I'm gonna close this
Yeah.
forum, guys.
Thanks for attending, everybody, and stoked to have you play the game when it comes out.
Do it. All right. I'm gonna see if there's anybody streaming, and we can go raid them. And through fashion, anybody see someone streaming Sandbox? I don't know. I don't think I do. We might just have to end it. But yeah, catch us next time on Thursday. Good to see everybody. But we should have our normal Tempest stream later today. It might just be just me. But we will see. All right. Everyone have a great day.
All right,
Thanks so
have a good
much.
one. Catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
Bye, everyone. Well, my mouse just died. I can't turn the stream off. Hold on, everyone. Mouse, what are you doing? Oh, I have a trackpad. Silly me. All right, bye, everybody. See you later.